What on earth is wrong with this little concept called democracy? See, what happens is you stand for election, you tell people what you're going to do, and I know we're not used to it because we expect them to lie to us, but what Trump has done is get elected on a ticket and then within the first week say, I am going to do this. How can anybody in America or anywhere else in the world complain when all the man has done is what he promised he'd do in the campaign?
Well, it's a very good point. He said he was going to do it, and now he's doing it. So why is everybody surprised?
Yeah.
You know, you also factor in the fact that everybody's saying, "Oh, this is so prejudiced. This is not who we are as Americans. This is not right." And yet, you know, Nigel, when you look back on it, Barack Obama did some similar moves. You think about his ban of refugees from Iraq for 6 months back in 2011. You think about the fact that he cited these 7 countries himself as known problems. So how is this tremendously different?
There is a march, a protest march in London against prejudicial behaviour by President Trump. Where were these people in 2011 when Obama, pretty arbitrarily, because 2 bad guys were found in Kentucky, put an automatic 6-month ban on any Iraqi coming to the USA? Where were these protesters? Where were these voices? Well, of course, nobody said a word because Obama was considered to be good, and they're doing it because Trump is considered to be bad. And the really key point for people who are prepared to listen is that these 7 countries were identified by the Obama administration as being a potential threat to America. And the argument that so far no one from these countries has committed a terrorist act in America, well, I tell you what, have a look at France, have a look at Germany, have a look at the catastrophic, historic error that Angela Merkel made by opening up the doors unconditionally without vetting anybody. Europe has opened its doors to terrorism, and what President Trump is trying to do is to make sure that America does not make the same mistake.
And yet, Nigel, it's become so political. To your point, nobody said boo when Obama said no one's coming in from Iraq for 6 months. No one said boo. And yet you look at all the commotion and all the hysteria right now, Nigel, as a result of this. Does that tell you it's just because it's Donald Trump and they want to, the media wants to, the left wants to scare people?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes, yes, and yes. Of course, absolutely. Believe me, these people, these liberal mainstream media, I watched this all, you know, many years ago. I watched Reagan, I watched Thatcher, and I watched that liberal media never, ever, ever accept the fact they were in charge of their respective countries. And the same is true of the Trump administration. These people will never give up their endless criticism, and there will be a minority, a very noisy minority, who will protest on the streets, and frankly, all they're trying to do is turn the clock back. 2016 was a year of political revolution. Brexit, Trump, and many other things, and I suggest to all of you out there protesting out in the cold in New York and London, you better wake up and smell the coffee, because things have changed and democracy will now take its course.
And they're going to continue to change. Nigel Farage, thank you so much. It's good to have you here.